we're in the process of going back live. That is for trues. Where did I leave off after I sort of cut off and didn't realize I was talking to myself for a hot minute?
I honestly couldn't tell you because I froze. Something about
same.
having
you were talking about the video that between the detective and Michael's touchstone.
Perfect.
And the priest.
Perfect. Everyone out in Chatland, welcome on back. I apologize. Minor internet hiccup as all things wonderful in technology decide to happen. But we pick back up on a scene set between a couple of individuals in an interrogation room before the officer leaves and the priest begins to do his work, as ironic as that is. Does anyone else in the cast besides Michael have a stain that we need to deal with going into this morning?
I forgot about my stain.
Perfect.
Yeah, I do.
Can Michael and Isaiah please go ahead and roll a remorse check for me, please?
Man.
I mean, you don't have to and just take the hit on the remorse.
Michael's been so good about maintaining Humanity 7.
And see what happens as soon as Dimitri and Eva show back up. It goes right down the drain.
Well, let's see. I can't look. Somebody tell me if it's good or bad.
No one tell them, so they have to look. Exactly. Define good, because some kindred want to be zero.
We did it. I want to keep my humanity, you turd.
I don't want to be zero.
I'm sorry that I want to be a person.
Both of you guys succeed on your remorse test. So if both of you guys feel bad about the different situations that occurred to cause your stain. Isaiah, your slaughtering of a mortal. You think back, and as you sort of toss and turn from your and wake up from your day sleep, they are the first person that you sort of can see before you even open your eyes to start this evening. Michael, you just think of the conversation over and over and over again that you had with your touchstone, as half groggy as they were, telling you, giving you a place, a location.
Wait, one more time? Like, so I'm
like you just as
groggy about it?
Like okay. as you're coming to, the only thing you can really like focus on right now is the conversation repeating over and over and over and over again.
Okay, I misunderstood you for just a second, but I'm on the same page now. That's for truesies.
For truesies. Other than that, last week we did have you guys make some rules as you guys woke up and are in the process of sort of regrouping at this point. Carter and Michael have sort of returned back to the tower with the prince and Nessa. Dimitri ended up heading back to sidelines, as well as with Eva and Isaiah already there. Eva and Isaiah, you guys rather easily are able to... actually, I take that back. Eva, you look around, you see a couple of kindred that were there the last night. But other than that, you don't really see that many people until Dimitri sort of walks in.
Is Isaiah with Eva?
Isaiah is not with Eva at this point in time.
Okay, I'll just walk over and take a seat next to Eva. Did you sleep well?
Yeah, not too bad, actually.
Do you still have your wound from the night before, or is it healed up?
I still have it.
You should take care of that.
In time. It'll happen. Doesn't hurt too bad. Had worse.
Yes. Yes, we have. What do you think happened last night?
I was gonna ask you that.
I
You
don't know.
disappeared.
There was lots of moving parts. You know me and Sirens. We don't cooperate. Plus, you are a survivor. I don't have to worry about you.
I wish I could say the same.
I am survivor. I'm just trouble.
No, not that. Yes, the trouble. That's what it is.
Where is our little friend?
He went to go talk to X. That's a while ago, so
Well, we should probably fill X in on what we saw.
yeah, for sure. I figured eventually we would meet up. I didn't really want to do that without you.
Well, I'm here now. Let's take care of business. Plus, things could get ugly now that our real names are floating around.
Yes, that's for sure. Hopefully Isaiah can already say it all.
Yeah, he doesn't need to. The Fairfields have probably already filled him in.
And speaking of the Fairfield, as you guys go stroll around to find X, you do find, as you guys so passionately have called them, Tweedledee and Tweedledum. A little worse for wear. You can see that they've also sustained some injuries from last night, as well as they were also at Elysium. But both of them have wide eyes as you guys walk into this little. It's more like a back room off of the kitchen where a manager's office would be, but it's just a sort of like a private talking area.
Sure.
But you guys are able to head back in.
Hey guys. Rough night?
Yeah, a little bit.
Did you get any of them?
One?
It's not bad, I guess.
No, not too bad. But we made sure to make sure it was enjoyable, to say the least.
If you don't love what you do, why do it, right?
Mm-hmm. Indeed.
Is the big man in? We need to probably debrief.
He's outside taking a important phone call, but he will be in just shortly. He was actually looking for the two of you.
Have you seen the squirrely guy we were with last night? Ezekiel Eisenbart
Isaiah.
Einhorn Isaiah. There we go. This is it.
Oh, not since last night. No.
Okay.
Right about this time, Isaiah, you do get a text message from an unknown number. Advising that your two comrades from last night have awoken and your presence is requested.
Okay. I think at the point that Isaiah gets that message, he is standing by a little podium that he has set up in his haven that has a laptop on it opened up and is watching a video with earbuds in and holding a Bible in his hand. Pauses, looks at the text message, frowns a little bit, puts it away, and then starts making his way down to the bar.
Perfect. It doesn't take you too incredibly long to get there. And even Dimitri, you guys sort of see X walking in, having sort of some side conversations. But you definitely have seen sort of kindred of reputation or stature or anything of that, or status, I should say. That it almost looks like they're waiting to begin to talk to you for something. As shortly after, I say shortly, about 25 minutes goes by before you do see, I guess, Isaiah, do you arrive and walk in normally, or are you cloaked within obfuscation?
Yeah. So I'll walk in with no powers active.
Okay. You guys do see Isaiah enter into the sidelines. You're muted, by the way, Justin.
I'll give him the arm up wave, like kind of attract him our direction, make sure he sees us.
Sure. Yeah. So seeing that, he'll pause, look over his shoulder. Oh no, that's me. Okay, and make his way over to Dimitri and Eva.
Dimitri will give him like a big kind of bear hug, kind of pat him down. You're like, did you get hit, little buddy?
Yeah. Once it wasn't bad. We took care of the one that did it. So
nice. Did he die screaming?
No, I think he. Well, let's just say no. Eva, how you holding up?
Oh, I'm fine. Where'd you run off to last night?
Had to talk to X. Had to take care of some things. Yesterday wasn't a great day for me. Let's just say needed some time.
Can I ask what it was?
Yeah, he's very clearly being cagey.
I'm going to say this because I say this to all the people that are potentially friends in my life, but secrets don't make friends.
It's not a secret. I just really do my best not to kill people with a pulse. So.
I'm sorry, bro.
Nah, it's fine. Had to happen. Like I said, just needed a minute to walk it off.
Was that like the first time?
No, but
okay. This go okay. So it's not like.
No, it never really gets easier.
Well, it did for me, but.
Well,
I mean, it's as easy as breathing now. I mean, I don't even have to think about it.
Got it. Glad to see the two of you are all right. Got a little split up there at the end, but figured that it was better to get away without the cops and the ambulances.
Oh yeah, for sure, man. I went to Taco Bell. I watched all the crap going on from a couple blocks away. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, when we get a minute, might want to talk to the two of you about that. The news brought up some terms that I'm going to say made me nervous. We probably want to do some looking into why they're talking about things like blank bodies.
We've heard that term before, right? That was in the reports from the Second Inquisition.
It was indeed. And you've also heard Drake mention you guys and refer to you guys as such as well before he met his timely, untimely demise, depending on whose teeth, right, whose teeth is around their neck.
This was term used by Second Inquisition. It was spread throughout the files that we obtained a while back.
Yeah, I've certainly heard it before, just not on the news.
Yeah, that is kind of weird, huh? It's kind of showing like a whole new openness. I thought there was some organization within the Second Inquisition that was very averse to like putting that sort of information in public.
Yeah, well, if they're not, I mean, I think we should be, right? So.
No, I don't disagree more. I mean, I couldn't agree more. It's just I I swear when we were looking into things, there was something. I think it was the Church of Leopold?
Yeah, I don't really know. I guess can I roll an occult for what I know anything about?
Yeah, you got.
SI?
Yeah, you could roll a intel plus occult.
I don't know how much of this I would have come
It
into.
would be a very high difficulty at DC4 though. So if you would like to search, you're more than welcome to. But it is gonna be DC4. Church of who now?
What I remember is we had a ghoul for a short period of time who was former Second Inquisition, so we were able to ask him a lot of questions. I believe it was him who talked about them, said that their goal was to keep awareness of the supernatural quiet because they feared that humanity would go into panic.
Yeah, cool. Then let's hope that they get their game together because right now it seems sort of like trouble.
Indeed.
Coming from across the bar, you hear a very loud whistle as the three of you sort of happen to look over instinctually, and you guys see X nod towards the office.
Okay. Looks like we're being whistled.
Yep.
That way.
Is he always like that? Is this his way of communicating? Like whistle, point?
Seems consistent. I don't know if it's exactly that, but it's in character.
Okay. I'm just making sure he's not being asshole just for us.
I mean, if so, it could just be me, but he's done it to me before.
Okay, so you might be the problem.
Yeah, probably.
I kid. Let's go talk to this man, see what he say.
As you walk in, and once again, X, not really seeming like he belongs with his attire, as he's wearing like cargo shorts and like a tank top, and very much probably should be in like somewhere with a beach and not in the middle of Indiana. But you could automatically tell the vibe is shifted from the jovial sort of fly by the seat of his pants to more serious, as you sort of just get that sort of sense with just by walking in the room. You get that presence, not any sort of powers active or anything like that, but you can just sort of give that sign off. And he sort of looks over to both of the Fairfields that are standing next to him, and he nods towards the door, and they sort of shocked as they sort of walk out of the room. So it's now just you three and X. All right, let's hear it.
You want from the beginning?
From when you... Sure, you know what? Sure. From the beginning is fine.
Okay, so we roll up to Elysium, trying to, lay low. We have masks, hoping masquerade ball, this sort of jazz. Doesn't go so hot. They make us take masks off. They're not too happy who they see underneath, understandably. Things got weird for a little bit, but then they got cool again. The conversations were had. Some kindred spiked the blood with their own blood. Lots of it, because, it was pretty potent. I think the Keeper of Elysium probably had something to do with it, because he got real dicey when questions started getting asked, and it wasn't long after that the Second Inquisition hit came in, and then so they basically cover building with tear gas, have snipers blow up all the cars. It was big budget. They pulled out those stops, kill a bunch of Camarilla. The prince was staked a whole bunch. Nessa shot a werewolf. Let's see what else. We killed some of the Second Inquisition. Then we beat feet out of there when we hear sirens.
As you should. As you should. And where did you go off to rest last night, Yuri?
Oh, I went to the Pizza King.
A fine establishment indeed.
Yeah, they got like room in the back. It was pretty nice. There was a friendly inside. Told me what I need to do. They don't make bad pizza either. If I'm being honest.
I couldn't tell you. All right. Anything else you would like to add on, Jane?
No, I mean, I wasn't there with Yuri the whole time. Isaiah and I were together for most of it, just to kind of see what's going on outside. But nothing super crazy happened on our end. But I mean, I did get this cool bullet through my arm. Or Isaiah got shot too, but But other than that, that's pretty chill time. We didn't have all the crazies happening around us.
We did walk into there with a sniper rifle that they'd used to shoot at some folks.
Oh yeah, forgot you grabbed that.
Keep it for all I care. Good. And do we happen to know who is in what position of power within the Camarillo? Was that announced?
Oh wait, I forgot the end. Guy with cross chasing away Kindred like he was holding the sun in his hands.
Interesting.
Somehow he made it inside of the art museum, and all hell broke loose. That was right before sirens show up.
All right. And who is now the? You mentioned the keeper.
Mm-hmm.
Who happens to be the keeper of Elysium now?
Sheldon. He was keeper underneath Costello as well.
Perfect. And who won the shiny new toilet? Was it Nessa or was it Caleb?
It was Caleb.
That is unfortunate for my wallet, but good for us. You look confused, Jane.
Obviously, wager was made, yes?
Indeed. Right. Well, that is good. That is very, very good. Anything else that you believe might be helpful or useful information from last night's events?
I don't know if you're aware of the Sheriff Bart.
Yes, I am
He
aware of their dog.
appeared to have been beheaded last night.
Why do you mean what do you mean appeared to be?
I have a friend from way back. He's pretty convinced that Bart wouldn't go out that way. But, I mean, he didn't have a lot of time to kind of plan for the fact that he was probably going to be decapitated. So unless he's like Batman that has contingency for every situation, I think he's probably dead.
And do you happen to know what clan their dog was from?
I believe he was a Nosferatu.
He sort of eyes and shifts his glance over to Isaiah.
Yeah, he was Nasi.
Perfect. Well, a few extra dead cam isn't gonna shift the tides or anything like that for us, but with Caleb in charge, and you mentioned he was staked heavily, hopefully he has bigger concerns than barking up our side of the tree.
I mean, to be honest, the way things kind of went down is very similar to an MO that we've used in the past. So they may think it's us, but hopefully we've got people making sure that this is not the what is. Yes.
So I was under the impression here that you are new to the Indianapolis at large area. Did you meet these individuals last night that are supposed to be covering for you?
Oh, Yuri is most definitely new to Indianapolis. So is Jay.
Of course. Of course.
I just smile and just kind of keep nodding my head, like.
I mean, you meet people along the road. I mean, so wherever they stop doesn't mean that we stop there too.
That is fair, but usually members of the Indy cam are more likely to bet head first and ask questions later type of mentality.
Bro, I have a winning personality. People don't try this with me.
That is a...
I make friends everywhere I go. Ask Isaiah.
Yeah, I guess.
Did you not see the crowd's reaction when we came in last night?
Yeah, I would say that by the time we left, it was more positive for sure.
And that actually brings up an interesting point. You did mention that the Camarilla was not excited to see you two last night. Is there a reason why?
I mean, things happen. You scuff the wrong shoe, somebody gets offended, you maybe, date somebody that you're not supposed to. People get hurt feelings, yes? And sometimes that can lead to like a blood hunt or something.
Of course. Of course.
But that's in the past. It's all over now.
Well,
Caleb's second action was to say, no more blood hunt.
I am glad that that is the case of the case of the matter, and that you are so easily to be able to change people's perspective of you so quickly after putting a bad foot forward with them so quickly as well. Being so new, of course.
Yes.
Well, that is very good. I do have some meetings this afternoon to discuss sort of what took place last night with the other barons of the area. Please enjoy the rest of your evening.
We take this one with us? I'll point at Isaiah.
I'm not his keeper.
Yeah, I'll come.
Sweet. Let's go make some trouble.
All right.
We switch scenes to go to Carter and Michael.
Yeah.
At the quote unquote safe havens once again in a familiar place. You guys are inside of the tower proper. You guys were just escorted out of the excuse me, escorted out of the quote unquote employee security section.
So this is the same night that we got back with the prince, right?
Yeah, so it's going to be the night right after Elysium. Same night.
Okay. So did I need a rouse check? I don't think I did because we were already up.
Yep, you guys were already up. You guys woke up right before investigating the house. And then you guys went back to the tower.
Okay.
To bring the prince back.
Sorry, just order of operations here because
you're good.
It's something I very rarely do. Is it too late to try to heal some superficial damage?
It's not. Superficial damage could be healed at any point in the evening. It's not like aggravated damage, which has to be done when you first wakey.
All right, just making sure because I'm going to try to get rid of both of these boxes.
Yeah, go ahead and roll a rouse check.
It's a rouse per superficial box, correct?
Nope. It's just a single one, and then it heals a certain amount of boxes depending on what blood potency you are.
Oh.
Which I believe is on the back half of your sheet.
Yes. Oh, God. So it mends 1.
Sick. Would you like to roll another rouse check to try?
I will, in fact.
Quite beautiful.
Hey. So, no superficial damage, and I'm hunger 2. That's not bad.
For now.
We're okay. We're at the tower. I can get a snack if I need to. I just can't take it with me according to new tower rules.
Exactly.
But yes, proceed. I'm sorry.
No, you're all right. You guys are just been escorted out and now are in the opening lobby area. There are quite a bit of kindred around, sort of having a conversation, muttering to themselves, but not actively seeming to really super care that you guys are there, if I'm being honest.
That's good news for us. And I can see Carter like we're generally together.
No, you guys were both escorted out simultaneously as you guys sort of both went in to drop the prince off in his own room and then escorted back into the lobby. So you two are both right next to each other as you guys were just escorted out.
Sorry, making sure.
You're good.
And is Ashley with us?
Ashley is with you guys, yes. Ashley is off to the side. She was not permitted to go in towards the security area.
It's rude. Okay.
Well, it's fine. It's really boring in there, and nothing cool ever happens, so she didn't miss anything. Right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Trying to help you save your relationship, man.
No, definitely boring. Nope. I'm sure she didn't want to go back there. We should. I don't. Where's you've been hanging out here more recently than I have? Where can we talk?
To my knowledge, people still don't really use the library.
That's offensive.
I mean, you were the library guy. Were you not specifically transferred over here to be the library guy?
It's reductive, but yes.
I'm sorry to be reductive, but so let's get.
No, it's fine. That's
I don't feel like it's fine, but okay, we'll deal with this.
I was the library guy. You're the truck person.
That's consider me reduced. Yeah. Like a fine sauce. Touche. Anyway, yeah. Library
Yeah,
should be good.
let's go to my library. That's accurate.
I love the confidence there. My library. Hell yeah.
It's super not my library.
No, it's your library. Don't kid yourself.
As you walk into the library, you do see there is someone sitting in the middle of the library looking at a huge stack of books. Michael, you've actually been with this person, like not been with in the biblical sense, but you've done a mission with this individual before. Same with you, Carter. The both of you, your last run was with this Malkavian.
Oh.
As she's sort of mindlessly sort of reading to herself in the middle, and there's a bunch of books sort of spread out. Carter, there is no rhyme or reason to the chaos amount of books that are just sort of stacked in piles of different sizes and heights, sort of all. But you see that they are all sort of teed up and lined up.
I think I've got to stop until I figure out what her system is. There must be one in this chaos.
I don't remember her name, and I feel like an asshole.
I believe it was Meg. I don't remember.
That sounds right. You should try it.
That's awful. Has she noticed that we're here?
Oh, she does not seem to have noticed. But you see, she looks at the wall straight ahead of her, cocks her head a little bit, and then goes back to reading.
She's
Like a cat.
Sort of like it's like a cat, but also at the same time, sort of like she heard the wall say something.
She's looking at ghosts.
We're talking to Penny.
God, I forgot about Penny. I stopped listening to his podcast because it got a little conspiracy theory for me.
It got a little conspiracy theory for you.
I mean, at
All
first
right,
it
anyway.
was kind of fun. Yeah, no, way off topic. I'm sorry.
Hey, how's it going? Haven't seen you in a while. Addressed at the back of Meg's head. It was Meg, right? That's the name. No, don't tell me. We'll just roll with it.
Please say yes.
Yeah. Hi. Yeah, it's Meg.
The camera's going crazy again.
You got Gremlins IRL. That
It's
I
just
do.
Malkavian.
you know, it looks real draining, is all I'm saying.
Ayo.
Oh,
Ayo.
it's
Oh, that's not getting any better. Hang on, I'm gonna restart. Be right back.
okay. Bye. Meg just sent you out of reality, as Malkavians do. You see that as Michael is she's fumbling through some books, she closes a couple up, and sort of looks over towards you, and what's up?
We were coming through to kind of, have a conversation. Figured that this was one of the spots that people still didn't really run. So, that's, I guess, a bit presumptuous of me. But we can find a different spot. That's totally fine. I don't want to be running you off or anything like that.
Yeah, good, because I'm sort of working on something.
What are you working on? That's a lot of books.
That's a whole lot of none of your business.
That is a whole lot of super valid.
I mean, it might be
Alright.
some of your business, but it's not like something I can just tell,
See, now I'm really curious. And I mean a hint, just like a hint. If I put it together, you didn't tell me.
Anyway, Carter, what are you up to?
Wow.
I'm currently rolling my flaw to see if. Oh yeah, no, I am fully invested in figuring out whatever Meg is doing. Knowledge hungry.
Oh, I forget about that. Oh, it's so good to have you back, Carter.
Yeah, willpower roll difficulty 3 to resist chasing their obsession. I rolled a 1. Yeah, no, I am full on study mode, trying to figure out if I can figure out what Meg is doing and then help Meg figure out what Meg is trying to figure out.
Sure. Go ahead and roll.
Sorry, are you trying to mansplain her research to her?
I think Carter's trying to figure it out without asking it. Is what I'm understanding.
Yes, I think. Yeah, I don't think at this point I'm not. No, that's a fair question because Carter, Humanity 5, probably would mansplain, and be completely unaware of it. But no, I think at this point it's a puzzle that Carter has to solve. Once he solves it, then we can investigate whether or not Carter is obnoxious in trying to help Meg.
I love it and I hate it. No.
I haven't been in this library in months.
You're better than this. I think. I hope. Please be better than this.
I'm sorry, Bruce, but what did you want me to roll?
Yeah, please go ahead and roll intelligence plus insight to see if you can figure out without asking or like deep diving into a conversation if you could figure out what she's researching. DC is going to be 3.
Well, I succeeded.
You did indeed. You see all sorts of books here. You see a massive the just history of each clan that they have listed here. And we're talking absolute very, very beginning as far as those books go back. And these are massive tomes that you're also looking at, like, but it also goes into a smaller book. I say smaller, but you're talking still like, I don't know, SR6 cool rule book size of a book of Thin Bloods and their history. Overall, it just looks like she's trying to catch up on maybe just kindred history. Like maybe she hasn't been a kindred very long. Is what you sort of surmised might be sort of it. But you do realize that each book is in alphabetical order, and each stack is a different letter of the alphabet, and it is neatly stacked.
Okay. She has a system. We're fine. I approve of this. So yeah, no, once I've figured that out, I will say, the history, cool. If you need anything, let me know. I know where most of the books are. I'm not sure if you do or not.
Oh, you've been here before?
Yeah, for a long time I sort of lived. I mean, basically lived in the library.
Oh, I could never imagine living in all these books. Too many voices.
You know, that makes more sense than last time you said something like that to me. I get that one.
Well, I'm glad we're understanding each other a little bit more.
Yeah. Anyway, is it okay if we go over here and just hang out? I don't want to disturb you.
Oh, you can never disturb me. No, you are totally fine. Go over there. Yeah. Wait, you two, right? Is there anybody else?
But yeah, Ashley and
Oh,
Michael.
there's 3 of you. Okay. Okay, I will try to keep track. Okay. Yep, no problem. You're not going to bother me at all.
So
I'll just go back to
carefully
reading.
step over the stack of the J books and move over to like the alcove.
Yeah, I'll follow. Kind of like really deliberate steps, like no sudden moves kind of thing. Like just like we're good. We're all right. Everything's fine.
So, what's the play, and how long do we have to stay here?
I am unsure on both. I don't know how to say it without sounding useless, but I mean, like, I'm not really the idea person. I'm more of the execution person. I have an idea, but it's probably bad.
It's okay. There's no bad ideas. What's your bad idea?
I feel like you're gonna say that, and then you're gonna go, "Wow, that's a bad idea." I think we go find our friends. And for all the chaos that they've brought into our life in the last 12 hours, I think they are our best bet at finding out what happened. Not in an accusatory way. Maybe a little bit. But you get what I'm saying, right?
Uh, mm, Yeah, I don't think Dimitri. The
It's
blowing
not his
things up
style,
was
right?
very. The blowing things up was very Dimitri, but working with the Second Inquisition, not Dimitri at
No.
all.
No, there's some like real bad blood there, so like that just doesn't seem right.
I'm not even convinced they're still alive because I don't think the Anarch liked him any really much more than the Cam did.
I called him last night. Like we talked
Oh,
for a second after everybody left. So I mean, we at least know that he got out of there. And Eva was with what's his face. I had to really not make a bad joke there. So
I mean, if I know Dimitri, and I feel like I know Dimitri pretty well, he's probably already insinuated that these explosions were like the time he blew up the Anarch rant and rave right in front of somebody important.
yeah, but I've also kind of insinuated that, but in a like get you off the hook kind of way. But um I think we're good on that front. I just think that, is that four? The four of us together, we kind of cover more ground, and my bad ideas. Oh, am I back? Did I die?
Oh, you're good.
Okay. Okay. Everything just froze on my side. Yeah, like some bad ideas turn into really good ideas, and some really good ideas turn into really bad ideas. So
Okay, I don't think it's a terrible idea. I do think a better first idea might be find some place where we can be safe. I mean, there's Ashley and I have been safe for quite some time, and 12 hours of 2 hours back in, politics, and things are exploding, people are dying, and that's not really what I'm about.
no, don't blame me on that one. I don't really
Do
have
you
a good
have a
answer for that one.
Do you have a haven here still?
Oh my god, those motherfuckers blew up my truck again. So no, I don't.
Yeah. Uh, okay.
I'm just. It's so hard to let somebody just live out of their damn truck.
You know what? Let's go find a place that's safe. That's step one.
Step one. Check.
How do you feel about that, Ashley?
Yeah. I think that's good. And I mean no offense, Michael. But
Where's the offense?
your last idea got a whole house full of people killed.
Valid and deserved.
But I mean,
No,
Carter,
I get you.
if you think that this is a good idea, then okay. I'm just wondering if going back home and being secluded again is our best call.
This is one of those reasons that I put it out there that I'm more of an executor, not a planner.
Now, when she said that, was she saying that she wants to go home and be secluded, or that she feels safer in the public?
You get the sense that she's not sure which is the best play, and she's honestly asking for your expertise as best as you can.
I don't
Because
appreciate the quotes. I don't appreciate the quotes on that.
yeah, expertise of being wanted individuals and fleeing to the outskirts of Camaria
Oh, that's
safety.
fair. Okay. You know, all right. I would have said that where we were before, looking at Ashley, not
Mhm.
very pointedly not saying where we were before,
Right.
and like, hey, like, keep some stuff unsaid here. I would have said that we were safe there, but somebody knew where we were, so I can't say how many somebodies know.
I mean,
Not trying to eavesdrop, but I was thinking here was supposed to be safe. I mean, that's what I was told by everybody around here.
It is.
Sorry,
Go back
keep
to your
going.
No, that's a very good point, Meg. Thank you.
and to be
No
fair,
problem.
she's very much like on the other side of this library, so she's got some pretty good hearing.
Well, we know that Benny was able to hear like through walls. And
Yeah.
stuff, so I assume Meg has every power that I've ever seen a Malkavian have.
Of course.
So I have one other really long shot place that would be safe, that if we're looking for some place that isn't here, we could go to.
Which is
A place that we would discuss when we were already out of the building.
Oh.
I think.
That's probably a good idea.
But let's take stock, right? So we no longer have a car. Michael no longer has a truck.
Fixable.
I almost paid that
Is it
off.
fixable?
I can just get another truck.
Okay. Yeah, that's a way to fix a truck. Sure.
I'm fixing
I'm
the
sure my
problem.
best friend Benny could help you.
And he did have that really cool car, didn't he?
He had a fucking Cadillac.
Like
man.
an ancient Cadillac, right?
Yeah. He was rolling fucking fat, man. Like,
He did have a cool car.
Benjamin the Cadillac owner.
Of course, the one and only.
That's true.
The only Cadillac owner named Benjamin in existence.
Yep.
I mean, theoretically, we're in good standing here. We could probably start making deals again for some territory.
I still have my payment from Nessa that I've never cashed. We talked about that, right? I'm pretty sure we talked about that. We talked about that. We had to have.
Yeah, no, we talked about that.
Okay, just making sure.
Do you think we could parlay that into some territory? And do we want to start over? I don't even know. There's so many questions.
I kind of don't want to start over, but spin it as protection while the prince is out.
Oh, yeah. By the way, who's in charge now that the prince is out?
That's an interesting question.
The Primogen, broadly, would be in charge, and I believe it falls to Jordan, who we should probably go talk to, actually.
I think, yeah.
Let's go do
think
that.
that-
That's a solid plan.
That's a good step one. That's a great step one.
Thanks, Meg. Way to be part of the team.
Meg.
Oh yes,
I appreciate.
I'm always
you.
here for everybody.
Oh, good old Meg. As you begin to head back to the main lobby, you do see a gathering of Primogen standing right in front of the prince's office as they sort of nod to each other and then begin to walk inside.
I'm gonna. I didn't mean that, but you know what? Yeah, we're gonna go with that throat clear, trying to get somebody's attention.
Always tempted to just walk in behind him.
Ah, that's probably a better play. Damn it.
As you go ahead and clear your throat, a couple people turn and look at you. One, Nessa, and two, Jordan.
Hey, everybody. I was real confident until certain people looked at me, but anyway, as you know, my name's Michael. This here's my buddy Carter, and we would like just a couple of minutes of your time to have a little bit of a chat about recent events.
Do you need all of us? Jordan
Oh.
sort of speaks up.
I would prefer it if you were in that conversation as well. Look at Carter. Is this what?
I'm just gonna let you hang yourself with whatever rope you got. Go for it.
Cool, full send. Yeehaw. Yeah. If you have the time, I know that things are probably very busy for you. Yes, please. You're actually probably the most important one to be talking to about all of this. Not that everybody else in attendance isn't important. You're all important. You're all great.
Jordan
Everybody
sort
knows
of
what's going on.
looks at you. You got a little brown here.
Okay.
But yes, come.
I'm
come
trying
on
my
in.
best.
Yeah, I'm learning how to be Prince as well.
I'm learning how to play the game for real. Yeah. All right, thanks. I appreciate you.
Everyone, we will just start our meeting after they leave. You two, let's go. And point to Carter and Michael.
I look at Ashley and like, do you mind waiting out here?
She sort of rolls her eyes, begins to sort of walk by next to one of the pillars, which you can see there is some kindred you haven't met before, but is hanging up a gold emblem of the Ventru in place where the gangrel ones used to hang when Costel was prince.
Weird.
And it sort of clicks for you, Carter, as you sort of seen something similar to this, but instead of this individual, it was Bart who was hanging up the emblems in your vision that you had, your premonition.
And we've never seen this kindred before.
Mm-mm.
Hey, outsourcing talent for sheriff now?
I mean, it's been a kind of crazy couple days.
That's fair.
So yeah, we'll, I guess go in the office.
Yep. I'll stroll on into the office.
You head into the office, and on the desk of the prince is a rather large box. Inside of it, you do see a nameplate that just says Tell. That's all you can ever see from inside of the box.
What's that? Whose last name is Tell? I don't know. Michael doesn't know. Michael is.
Costel.
Oh, yep. was thinking like Penn and Teller kind of stuff. Like, who's Tell?
Absolutely. That would be a crazy twist.
Oh man, I just work here.
But you see Jordan standing in front of the desk, almost in a similar fashion of how Prince Costello used to stand in front of his desk and have his arms folded and sort of lean against the desk. And for the first time, it sort of hits you that a lot of the Primogen is very similar, but now it's just Costello's next in line is Seneschal, acting prince.
If she orchestrated this, she absolutely deserves it. Just throwing that out there.
I mean, yeah, if she did it, then hats off. Nice job. Can I have a job? No, so I don't know the right. Would I address you as my prince at the time being, or
Seneschal is fine.
Seneschal? All right. So Seneschal. Here's the thought. I hope this isn't. You know what? I'm not even going to go down that train of thought. Last night was an absolute cluster, and I think that it's not out of line for me to present myself and Carter as means of enforcing borders and boundaries in the time being. Not asking for like to be deputized or sheriffed or anything like that. Looks like you got one going on just fine. Rest in peace.
You see
But-
everyone look at each other in a sort of confused look as you mentioned it, but
what I'm asking is, with our numbers on the decline, or have been declined, for Blessing to have some space at the moment. Really kind of show of force it. That way, anarchs aren't popping up trying to take more, like trying to land grab us or anything like that. We go back out to Carter, where were we? It's been a long 6 months.
Bookstore? Terre
Oh
Haute?
yeah. Yep, there it is, Terre Haute. We go back out there, we go somewhere else, wherever it is, and we make a lot of noise, get people looking at us, as opposed to looking directly at the tower.
so I just want to make sure I'm understanding everything correct. And this is Jordan speaking. You as a coterie,
The two of us, yes.
right? Had significant power. You guys were making a name for yourself, earning status. And then you caused one of the biggest masquerade breaches known in the Midwest. And then you assist in faking the death of Dimitri and Eva. And then you come crawling back and asking for land to be given back to you from what you guys had before.
Point of order on that one.
Didn't fake any deaths.
Yeah, there was no deaths faked. We were under the absolute impression that those two were gone. And there's been nothing but loyalty since. So my I don't know, Seneschal, is there a my Seneschal? Whatever. We're going past that. What I'm saying is to look past former coterie mates and look at the merit of the kindred standing in front of you right now, offering ourselves and services to maintain appearances and strength at borders as to not get swept over. And I'll even kind of like pick up my shirt a little bit, and that brand is still there. The one that Costello had given me. This has stayed. There has been no change in that since I was brought in to now. I was branded. I have made peace with that. This is my home. Let me defend it.
And I can say as best possible that we appreciate you to defend it, yes. But for us to be able to give you a plot of land to be able to be a defendant of, I just. And while, yes, I agree that you have been a loyal individual, Carter has been out of touch for quite some time with the Cambria within Indy. And I know that there's some bad blood there, and she looks between Nessa and Carter. So I get that. But in our existence, as the things that we are, 6 months is but a drop of blood in the barrel. We live for an eternity, as long as we aren't executed in one way or another. Michael, please go ahead and roll charisma plus persuasion plus your ranks and status.
Charisma plus persuasion. How the hell do I have no ranks of persuasion? Who am I? Who built this character? Who built this character?
That's what you have Eva for.
Why'd you build this character this way? So persuasion plus charisma plus my ranks in status.
Yes, and you are also able to rouse the blood and surge if you would like to.
Oh, I'm gonna.
Okay.
I'm gonna roll it, then I'll do my rouse check after that.
Please.
What's the DC I'm looking for?
4.
Or do you want to keep that to the chest?
Also, you need to rouse first because it could change how many
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
hunger dice
Didn't
you're
even
rolling.
think about that.
You're good.
We're good.
Hecky yeah.
Yeah. Persuasion. Charisma. Plus 5. DC of 4. Full send. 7 hits.
Okay.
Could you have done it better?
Not really. I'm not gonna will.
You don't want to rule up power those successes and to try to see if you can crit?
No, thank you.
Okay. Figured I'd ask.
I appreciate the ask.
What are you bringing in trade for this land, this territory? Because 6 months of loyalty from one individual. And I don't mean to belittle what's left of your coterie, so please don't mind my saying, but how are the two of you expected to hold down territory?
I have my fosters.
Mm-hmm.
I took them in after the events that brought everybody to us. So I've been teaching them kind of what it means, how to be, all of the above. So I figure they come with and they take this as a lesson in growing up and being valid parts of the Camarilla as doing more than just taking, but giving back.
My only concern is that when there was even 4 of you, and the 4 of you had individuals who were very adept at solving problems that many other kindred in our midst cannot even begin to fathom the possibility of how you guys were able to complete this on a numerous amount of occasions. But within your borders, within your area of yours that you're supposed to be protecting for the tower, a snake with its way in. And I'm not saying that that was you or either of your faults for that matter.
Carter will speak up at this point and say, first, thank you so much for taking the time to meet with us. And I want to assure you, there's no bad blood. And I look at Nessa and bow deeply. As I'm sure you remember, I was on loan from Chicago to Costell, whom I very much enjoyed working for and providing advice to. And he put me in with Dimitri and Eva to be, for lack of a better term, the adult in the room, which I did right up into the point where I staked them and left them to die when they misbehaved. After that, we unfortunately did not have a prince, and I was left to my own devices after what happened. At which point, I was a loyal member of the Chicago CAM, as I have been for decades. So there was at no point was I out in the wind. I'm here, and as we have a new prince, I was happy to pledge allegiance, and I am remain happy to serve. As for how we will hold our territory, that is sort of an us problem.
I think it is an us problem or it is a you problem before it turns into an us problem. As putting you guys out there becomes as I believe Michael so well put it, a branch of us. And I won't say that the previous iteration of your coterie wasn't extremely good at destroying anarchs and putting them in their place. I just have concerns now that those anarchs now know a lot about us if Dimitri and Eva have truly defected over to them. And I know they are close to you.
I think that's one way to look at it. I think the other way is that two kindred who killed how many dozen barons are now living with the childer of the ones they killed.
Do you expect them to be?
Sorry,
do you expect them to be executed for their transgressions against the anarch movement?
No.
I would say the odds of explosions among the anarch are quite high at the moment. Who ultimately ends up alive and who ends up dead, I wouldn't try to predict, but it will not be quiet.
And that's what we're worried about. You see, the anarch movement has a reputation for making things loud and bringing the Second Inquisition, and that's what happened the first time Inquisition was in town. The Anarchs got very, very loud. And we now arguably added the two loudest kindred in the state to that side.
Are you commanding us to bring them back to the fold?
I have to discuss with the Primogen on that matter, but I also know that based off of Costell's relief, not Costell's, excuse me, Galeb's relief of their blood hunt, that they wouldn't exactly be welcomed back into our fold, as it were.
May I offer a solution?
Please, because the other one I have is quite worrisome.
Now, please, for what I'm saying, not what's being said, if you would. We were close. Like, the four of us. This is the truest sense of family I've known in a very long time. So there are some mixed feelings there. I'm very incredibly relieved to see that they're not dead. At the same time, I'm pretty pissed off. If I'm gonna be honest and not mince words. But there is a trust. There is a want to make amends, at least from Dimitri, from what I've not amends, but reconnection. So if we're worried about them being loud, the best we can, I would think the best thing we could do is put eyes on them at all times. That's where Carter and I come in, or at least just me. I'm going to stop talking for Carter. I'm going to stop offering Carter up. Carter, I'm sorry. You could talk for yourself. You're a big boy. But at least for me, put my eyes on them. I will answer the phone when you call. I will report back when I have to. That is what I'm good at. Eyes and ears at the street level. You can ask Nessa. I have a whole resume of that job in spades. As long as we're just talking about that. And I wink at Nessa with a kind of a...
She looks over and... and Augustin sort of speaks up. While I appreciate the request, I can confirm that they already have people watching them. But that being said, one of you is a little bit more, and again, please take it for what is being said and not for what I am saying, Michael.
Wait, I like that. Good use of turning that around.
You are unbondable, so there is no way to truly know where you lie. Your clan roams. Your clan usually is not part of the Camarilla. I'm not saying that you cannot be and have not been a useful asset, and that your resume does have some weight to it, so please take no offense to what I'm saying.
I can honestly say I'm trying.
But what I have concern over is that you are not new blood. You are new to the Camarilla. But I wonder how much of that desire of being mobile, moving, and not being tied down quickly burns at both ends of your candle.
I can answer that for you. If you want a tangible answer to that, I can do that. I live in a truck.
Mhm.
Lived. Truck's blown up.
Yeah, truck blew up. I have to get a new truck. But I lived in a truck. I have lived in multiples, specifically for that reason, to satiate the need to be moving. If I wanted to be gone, I could have been gone. I would say, given my clan's nature and the nomadic burning in my veins, the fact that I'm still here speaks a lot. And those words are loud, at least for me. I don't know if you can hear them.
Sheldon speaks up sometimes.
Honestly, I don't know what I was expecting. I walked right into that one.
And Sheldon sort of like half-heartedly chuckles.
No, I like it. Good job.
And Victor,
I've-
which you haven't had the pleasure of speaking to before, speaks up. And I understand. I am also myself very new to this side of the undead. But I also hear those yelling, that roar from within.
Totally side question here, because I've never met this kindred before, right?
Not since the announcement that they were part of the Primogen.
Okay, so I don't know what there's no indication of clan.
It
from
was
this
announced
guy.
that he was Clan Ventru.
Oh, he's Ventura. Okay.
It was. He's.
I was thinking I had a Primogen clan mate.
No. No. This is the individual where a lot of people were giving side eyes that there were two Ventru
Ventura
on the
Yeah.
board.
That was okay. I track. So many names.
But I know family speaks a lot louder than those voices in your head, to reason, to heart. As even though our heart does not beat any further, sometimes it is still louder than what our head is telling us. So I think what we are trying to say, and if I am wrong, Jordan, please forgive me. But what I believe that we are concerned about is that your tie to them outweighs your desire to be part of the Camarilla. Because I know it sure did mine.
I need to do something. I have, since I've been a part of the cam, since I've been in the tower, I have played, like, I got to do what I'm good at for a real short amount of time. And then, God, I love my boys to death, quite literally. But I have been a glorified babysitter pretty much my entire time of being a part of the Camarilla. And I just need to do something. I know everybody in this room wants our get back. They got us, we're going to get them. Them being the Inquisition in this case. I'm not even talking about Anarchs. We all got. I need to do something. And making sure that the people that made sure I was okay when I joined are okay feels like the least I can do. And I am asking permission up front because I feel like it's a whole lot easier than, losing your head for it. That this is a need. I'm asking with a need attached. So if it can't be this, it needs to be something. I'll shoot a look at Nessa. I'm asking for your help. And yes, this is trying to cash my boon without saying it.
I understand. I am just the harpy at this point. There's only so much that I can do. And I'm not trying to be rude, but that boon is worth significantly less now that I am just the harpy compared to prior when I had weight to throw. My weight now is only as tied to as these wonderful individuals next to me will allow me to throw. As long as it's not within my realm as harpy. But let me talk to them on your behalf and figure out what I can do for you, Michael.
Please do, because I can feel. I feel like I'm maybe the one in the room looking around, like kind of looking around. Yeah, I'm the only Ravnos in here. I feel like I'm the one who can say this. It's quite literally burning me alive. I can feel it in my veins. The need to do something.
And Jordan sort of speaks up. And still being authoritative but soft. I understand. I do. When I was found, I had a similar drive, similar want. But I will see what Nessa offers. And we will discuss with that, Michael. And that is all I can tell you at this point.
All right.
Anything else the two of you would like to say?
No, I mean I can't talk for Carter, but
You know where to reach us, and we remain loyal as ever.
Well, if you would excuse us then. We have a painful amount to discuss.
all right. Thank you. We'll leave the office. I'll leave the office.
Yeah.
Yep.
Two of you head outside, and it's definitely quieted down out in the lobby now. People have sort of dispersed either into the safe havens or towards the bar, or maybe have even left the tower. But there's just a few individuals sort of looming around, and the kindred that was hanging up these different golden insignias have just finished up the last one.
Is he still out and about? Like he
Yeah,
just
he
finished doing it?
just finished hammering on the last one.
All right. I'm gonna try to flag him down.
And he like points to himself,
Real quick.
steps forward.
Hi. We haven't met. I'm Michael. Just wanted to, get to know people as they come through. How's it going?
It's going all right so far. Can't complain too much.
Right on. You the new sheriff?
Oh, no. Just someone they asked to hang up the signs.
Oh, okay. Right on. Well, I mean, still, either way, hadn't met you. Try to make a point to know just about as many people as I can. So,
Caleb,
on.
nice to meet you.
what was that?
Caleb,
Caleb. Okay, that's not going to get confusing.
why would it get confusing?
New Prince is your name just with a G.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. Bad joke. I'm sorry. All right. You have yourself a good night. If you have any questions or need anything, you let me know.
Oh, well, thank you.
Yeah.
He sort of nods towards you, Carter, as you are just around. He just sort of nods and begins to walk away towards one of the safe havens.
Drink? I need a drink.
Let's get out of here. And
All
then,
right.
yes.
Ashley, do you need a drink? You good?
I don't know if they serve what I drink here.
I don't want to be rude, but can I ask what that is?
Water.
Okay. I don't know what I was expecting.
I don't either.
But I haven't had the need to be hydrated in so long. I'm sure they have to have something, right? Like, come on.
I don't know if
Let's get out of here.
Like, okay, yeah, we'll get out of here.
Switching back. The night is your oyster, Anarch friends. Where would you like to take it? The three of you had just left Sidelines, or at least are outside the establishment.
Hey, bro, you know, like, the Anarch domains pretty good, like, who's in charge of what, like, who's the homies, who's the barons, all this good stuff?
Yeah, a bit.
Hey, well, we're gonna drive around and let's make a map so we kind of know whose territory we can piss in and whose we can't.
Sure. Yeah, I can help you with that.
Are
While
you,
we're
like,
driving.
good with this computer stuff?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
While we're driving, though, I'm gonna want to spend, I don't know, maybe 20 minutes where we were last night. I know it's sort of a crappy thing to ask for, but I left a whole bunch of cameras around there, and I want to make sure that we get them and the cops don't.
So you want to return to the scene of the crime?
Yeah.
You got some that clank, I'll give you this.
I mean, thanks, I guess.
Okay.
It seemed better for me to do it than somebody else.
Victory to the stupid and the bold. At that direction.
All right. And it has been a very busy 8-ish months since you guys have sort of really known the territories and everything within but for the most part everywhere that was Baron Anston's or the Pizza King is now X's domain. The gang rules still have their area out that sort of like the southwest of Indianapolis. For the most part, everything on our Indy by Night Google map is still the same, besides the Toreador area is now X's. But you guys make it back to the scene of the crime the next night. Not even requiring a wits and awareness roll. There is an uptick amount of police officers and even a couple of FBI vehicles that are still looming around. And the streets of Indianapolis, as you guys are sort of driving through, you guys are seeing more squad cars than was prior. Again, it is still last night, and you're still seeing, you see maybe one FBI van every once in a while. But the fact you're seeing multiple FBI vehicles sort of openly driving around, you see more of those than you actually do officers, which sort of tracks with the news that you guys sort of saw going into last night, going into this morning, or excuse me, going out of last night and going into tonight, where a lot of IMPD officers were hurt in the attack or one way or another, and they're giving their officers time to grieve, and the FBI is stepping up mostly. But you do see that that is in fact true and not just something they're just spreading on the news. You do see a high uptick of FBI agents sort of walking around and driving in their vehicles. If you guys want to RP for just one moment, I need to do something real quick.
I know, bro. This looks pretty sketch.
Yeah, a bit. If you want, I can maybe try to find out a little bit of what's going on here. I trolled the news a little bit, and I know somebody down at the station who might be able to, if we ask carefully, give us a little bit of what the hell's going on here. What do they know?
How about we wait in the car?
Yeah, I mean that seems fair. That seems fair.
I'm just saying, they don't know us. You're with us. I've got warrants. It's a whole thing.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Hey, how much of what you told X about that whole thing was on the up and up?
You mean about last night?
Yeah.
I told him the truth, everything I saw.
Okay, good.
It didn't make sense to lie.
Yeah, he has a tendency to know stuff, so just know that he might have asked you a question or two that he knew the answer to.
Yeah, the thing you have to understand is I don't usually make a habit out of lying. I usually tell the truth because I suck at lying.
Yeah, cool. Good. I just, I figured that was a trap that you would want to know about before you walked into it.
Well, thanks for the heads up afterwards. It's helpful. I'll pat you on the shoulder.
Yeah, well, didn't occur to me until the conversation was actually going on.
It's okay. I bust chops. It's fine. You try.
Yeah.
So, how many cameras do you actually have around here?
I had 5 up.
Like inside the perimeter or more on the out?
No. Just looking at the outside.
Were these recording or transmitting?
Recording. Yeah, all local. Nothing that we could access remote, or we wouldn't be here.
I wasn't worried about this. I was worried about them sweeping for active communication signals and finding them already.
Yeah, you have a tendency to have a lot of cell phones. I'm getting a lot of messages on this one that it would be nice to have a second one. Do you have a place that you can get those for cheap, or?
Eva, fuck it. I'm calling you Eva. Eva, get the bag out of the back. Hand 5 phones to friend.
Yeah, definitely has a stash.
Instructions
I'll hand you
are taped
6.
to back. Can you read Russian?
No, but I can Google Translate.
Okay, it's good.
Cool. Yeah, so if you two want to wait in the car, I shouldn't be gone long.
Okay, it's a good plan.
So yeah, I'd like to, on scene passage, go back and first of all see if my cameras are still there, and if so, then try to retrieve them. You're on mute.
A professional, a saint, and a minor.
Before you got out of the car, I would say, because I thought we were going to go talk to the cop friend first. You may not be safe. They have thermal optic.
Oh, hasn't been a problem before, but yeah, I'll run real fast if that comes up.
Okay, I hope you run this fast.
Okay, dokie. Yeah, go ahead and roll that rouse check for the unseen passage.
Oh my gosh, I succeeded one.
Holy cow. Kane is real. Perfect. You
Yeah.
go ahead and disappear.
Yeah, so I'd like to go do that thing, and out of character, I have Ghost in the Machine, so hoping that'll help.
It indeed does assist quite nicely as you go ahead and get around. And you do find all of your cameras have not, as far as you can tell, not been tampered with. At least they haven't been moved in any sort of noticeable way. And you're able to absolutely go ahead and get them and retrieve them all. And yeah, it's not too difficult.
Cool. Yeah, so I think he comes back to the car and reappears a couple steps away from the car, and with like a small stack of trail cams, like, and then climbs in.
I'll grab one of the trail cams. I'll start up the car. I'll tune the radio to just static, and I'll kind of wave the camera in front of the radio to see if it creates any sort of interference.
No
I'll do that with all of
interference.
them just to make sure.
Yeah, of course. No interference at all.
Why? What's going on?
So, like, depending upon the quality of bug and the tracking technology, if you put it to radio, sometimes it creates interference. So, this old school FSB technique, but I don't know if it's applicable to modern tracking. You have Bug Sweeper?
Uh, no, but he'll just start trying to rip one apart and see if there's anything that's in there and hooked up to the battery that ought not to be.
Yeah, easy enough to definitely tear it apart without damaging them. Go ahead and roll Intel plus technology for me.
Is there a target number?
Yeah, it's going to be 2.
Three.
Nice. As you carefully look over each individual piece, you do not see any sort of anything that should not be there. Everything looks like it has a reason and does not seem to have any sort of tracking or bug in it.
Yeah, so good call. Think we're probably clean. I don't figure we look at these somewhere quiet, but
Yeah, we probably pulled into a parking garage and.
Yeah.
yeah. So I don't like. You might have guessed. I don't like show up and talk to my friend down at the station. It's more of an email thing, so we can do that, but it's going to take a little bit.
Can you, like, call him? Go like deep throat and stuff?
Like I said, it's an online deal. I've never actually talked to her.
Oh, okay. Well, do what you gotta do, bro.
Yeah. So I'd like to shoot a message over to my detective friend, basically saying, "Hey, saw some crazy stuff on the news. What happened?"
Okay.
So, like, what's with Hunter? I mean, is this like, is that thing gonna happen again? You guys, like, reconnecting? What's the plan?
I don't think he wants to reconnect.
Bro, he sent you a letter to Elysium. That's kind of like stalky behavior.
But then runs away.
He wants you to chase him!
I'm not right now. I'm not chasing him.
I'm just saying, I just curious, because, I mean, he was really useful.
Yes, he was useful, but I feel the other Eva broke his heart, which in turns turned to me.
Well, I mean, Would you be okay if I ghouled him?
You would have to probably ask him that.
Well, I mean, I don't want it to be weird if, like, you know, I come home one day and I'm like, here's my new ghoul, and it's Hunter.
I mean, that is kind of weird, but I'm not gonna be offended.
It's like not going to be like weird between you and I if I ghoul Hunter.
No, I mean, it only happened. I was trying to save his ass, and that's it. And I didn't even know what I was getting myself into. So, I mean, yes, I love him as a friend, but not in the way that he is wanting me to.
Oh, okay. I
Stay
see.
together.
Your like dynamic with him was really weird. Like it was like will they, won't they kind of thing. It was kind of like soap opera. You know, I was so like, very invested for a long time. But I don't want to bring this back into your life if it is uncomfortable.
You know, after these last few months, nothing's uncomfortable.
Oh, I guess that's true. We do live in shitholes for a while.
Yeah. So hopefully we can find him, though. I would love to, I don't know, clear some things up.
I mean, yeah. I mean, it's probably good if we say, you know, hey, wasn't really dead. Sorry about that.
Yeah, I actually never thought about that.
I didn't
Oh,
either. There's like a
oops.
lot.
Yeah. Okay, now I understand the stalkerness. Yeah, okay. I'll
I
come
mean,
around.
I've never come down from kindred blood, so I'm not real sure kind of like what that feels like. But it's gotta be like worse than heroin, right?
It seems so. Yeah, I've never experienced it either, but the way he's acting, yeah, definitely.
So you felt any like twinges from that blood you drank at Elysium? Any like pull or call or like weird dreams?
I barely drank any. I probably had a sip. Do you?
I don't feel nothing.
Okay. I was just walking
Osric,
around with a glass for coolness, not because I wanted to drink it.
Istanbul. What the hell is your name again?
You're so rude.
Sorry, I will get to know it. He's just new. He may be dead by tomorrow. I don't know.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Demetri. Uh, it's Isaiah, and no, I think I was pretty fine.
Nothing, no weird dreams, no like getting messages that you have to like go to a lake and like shave your buttocks or anything like this.
Uh, I really want to know where
You
that
don't have
very
to answer
specific
him.
example
You
came
don't.
from.
But
But
funny
no.
story. My sire make one of my kin do this one time. It's punishment. And we're in Siberia. It was so cold. It was funniest thing.
Yeah, not that I guess, Bruce, have I had any undesirable side effects of my random 2 check marks?
Not that you have actively felt.
Yeah, so I think he's gonna say, yeah, no, weird dreams, nothing to do with that.
Okay, it's cool.
Also, no random shaving of body parts by any large bodies of water.
That's good.
All right. As you guys get all sort of everything sort of figured out, put back together, that is where we go ahead and wrap up for this evening. This has been episode 64, titled A Taste of Blood. Thank you guys so much for coming, hanging out. Really do appreciate it. As always, everyone, tonight has been sponsored by Adventure Dice. So make sure to head over to adventuredice.ca and go ahead and show them some love and support, as they've been a fantastic group to work with and have been putting a lot of really cool stuff together and helping us out and supporting the show. So we will see you guys next week on another episode of Indy by Night, and we'll see you guys later. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.